Hi, my name is Matt Alexander, and I'm a teacher, school leader, and community organizer. I'm running for school board because SFUSD has a compelling vision of high-quality learning, but it's not yet a reality for all of our children, especially Black and Brown students, immigrants, and students with learning differences. This opportunity gap is one of the key challenges facing the public schools serving Visitation Valley, which have higher teacher turnover rates and lower levels of resources than many other schools in the city. Now, with the pandemic moving schools online, the situation is even more difficult. I've spoken with parents who are struggling to support their children because school staff do not speak their language, and other parents who have to work and can't effectively support their kids with distance learning. To address this crisis, we need school board members who understand our communities and value the voices of the people who do the work in schools and classrooms. I started my career as a public school teacher at Balboa High School in 1996, so I've known families from Viz Valley for the last 25 years. In the early 2000s, I helped lead a community organizing effort among teachers, parents, and youth in Viz Valley and nearby neighborhoods, which led to the founding of June Jordan School for Equity in 2003. I taught at June Jordan, and then I spent 10 years as the school's principal, during which time we built a strong track record of positive outcomes for Black and Latinx students and students with special needs. Many of our students lived in Viz Valley, and we partnered with educators at El Dorado, Little Viz, and Big Viz in different ways to build more connections and support within the neighborhood. We also worked with other community institutions. For example, one summer, River of Life Church led an innovative summer school program for June Jordan students. I left my role at June Jordan School 2 years ago, and now I work as a community organizer with Faith in Action, where I've fought for housing for low-income seniors, and I've led campaigns to get people released from ICE detention and to protect SFUSD families from eviction. If I'm elected to the school board, my priority will be representing the voices of communities like Viz Valley, which all too often get overlooked in San Francisco. One way that happens in SFUSD is through the budget. I will fight to increase funding at the classroom and school level, not the central office, and to spend more resources in schools serving low-income students, immigrant students, and students with special needs. This funding will allow us to decrease class size, increase support for teachers, and reduce teacher turnover. More immediately, increased resources will allow schools to take the steps needed to open in person safely with smaller classes, better ventilation, and frequent COVID testing, prioritizing younger kids, low-income students, and students with special needs. To me, neighborhoods like Viz Valley represent the soul of San Francisco. I believe that if we work together, this crisis actually gives us the opportunity to strengthen our public schools and make them the centerpiece of a San Francisco that truly reflects the progressive values this city stands for. I would be honored if you would join me in that effort.